For every individual, there are two truths: the one that satisfies the heart and the one that does not. Welcome to our next episode. And here we're going to sign 28 of section 2 of chapter 26 of the Holy Quran, Namshi. فقال رب المشرك فقال رب المشرك والمغرب وما بينهما. Moses said, Moses is in brackets, but it reads, said, Lord of the East and the West and all between. وما بينهما. In kuntum ta'kilun. If ye only had sense. Ta'kilun. If ye only had sense. There's no note to read, so let's go to note 21, sign 29 with one note. Kala, لئن تحست قال لئن تحست إلها لئن تحست إلها غيري لأجلأنك من المسجونين لأجعلنك من المسجونين. Pharaoh said, Pharaoh is in brackets, said, if thou takest thy God other than me, I will certainly put thee in prison, Sijnin, min al musjinina, among those in prison. Note 3155 is against prison. Now we come to the crisis. Full stop. Pharaoh threatens Moses with prison for treason. Full stop. Moses remains calm and still argues. Then brackets. What if I show you a miracle? Question mark. Will it convince you that I am not mad, Majnunun, and that I have behind me the Lord of all the worlds? Second question. That's note 3155 to sign 28. No, to sign 29 rather. 28 had no note. Let's go to the next sign, 30. Kala. Au Kala. Au Kala. Awalu yiltuka. Bishay'in mubinin. Kala. Awalu. Kala. Au law jituka bishay'in mubinin. A question. Moses is in brackets, said, even if I showed you, even if I showed you something clear and convincing, and it's in brackets, without the brackets it reads, said, even if I showed you something clear, convincing. Note 3156. The Egyptians were addicted to magic and sorcery, full stop. If a true miracle were shown to them, would they believe? Perhaps they would see the hollowness of their own magic, full stop. In fact, this actually happened with the Egyptian sorcerers themselves, and perhaps with the commonality, full stop. But Pharaoh and his court were too arrogant to accept Moses' religion, which is Islam. Let's go to the next sign, which is sign 30. Kala. Fa'iti bihi. Kala fa'iti bihi. Pharaoh said, Pharaoh is in brackets, said, show it then. Fa'iti bihi. Show it then. In kunta minal sadiqin. Show it then. if thou tellest the truth, in kunta min al sadiqin, if thou tellest the truth. There's no note to read. Let's go to sign 32 straight. Mm. Also without a note. Mm. Uh, فألقى عصاه فإذا هي ثعبان مبين. So Moses is in brackets. Without the brackets, it reads, so threw his rod. So Moses threw his rod. It should be there. So Moses threw his rod, and behold, it was serpent, Tobanun, Mubin. It was serpent, plain. It was serpent plain, Mubinun, serpent plain, into brackets, for all to see. Let's go to the next sign, 33. Uh, فنزع يديه فيزر يدي no فيزر يديه فيزر يديه فيزر يد sorry فنزع يديه فنزع يديه and he drew out the hand فيزر يديه and he drew out the hand فإذا هي بيداء للظالمين فإذا هي بيداء للظالمين. And he Moses in brackets, and he drew out his hand, and behold, it was white to all beholders. Beidaun li nazirun, That's what I mean. Li nazirun, beholders. Nazirun. It was white for Nazirun, and that's sign 33. I don't know if I did note 13156. 3156. Yes, we did it. Then 3157. 3157. Yes, 3157 is to sign 33. To all beholders, Nazarene. To all beholders, Nazarene. 3157. Compare chapter 7, VII, signs 107 to 8. We've done it. Full stop. See the whole passage there and the notes therein. So, yes, we can go back. There's no time now to go there. Now we finished section 2 with sign 33. Now let's go straight to section 3, which begins with sign 34. Kala, kala lil malai, kala lil malai, hawlahu. Pharaoh is in brackets because the name is not mentioned in the Arabic text. Pharaoh said to the chiefs, lil malai, hawlahu, around him, Inna haza asahiru alimun. This is indeed a sorcerer well versed. So from Majnunun, from a madman to sorcerer. So this is indeed a sorcerer well versed. That's what Pharaoh told his chiefs, the chiefs that were around him. No note. There is a note to it. 3157. No, 3157. Oh, no. 3158 rather. 3158. In 7109, in chapter 7, sign 109, in chapter 7, sign 109, it is the chiefs who say this. The fact is that it was a general consultation, and this was the general feeling expressed in words by each to the others, by the chiefs to Pharaoh, and to Pharaoh by the chiefs. This is a sorcerer, magician, plainly a magician, or sorcerer. Let's go now to sign 34 of section 3. No, do I say 35? Let's go now to sign 35 without a note. يريد أن يخرجكم من أرضكم. يريد أن يخرجكم. يريد أن يخرجكم من Adukum, he wishes to drive you out of your land. His plan is to get you out of your land. Sorry, out of your land. Mean adukum. His plan is to get you out of uh, your land. Mm. So the plan of Moses, says Pharaoh, is to get the Egyptians out of their land. Mm. Adukum. Bisirihu, out of your land by his sorcery, Bisirihum, Tamuruna, Famaza Taramuna, Famaza Tamuruna. Then, what is it, ye counsel? What is it, ye counsel? Pharaoh is now asking his chiefs. What do you say? He wants to get you out of your land, you Egyptians. What do you say, my chiefs? No note to read. So let's go to sign 36. Also without a note. 37 without a note either. So 36, 37 without a note. Let's go to 36. Kalu, they said, Kalu, Arjihu wa ahahu. Kalu, Arjihu wa ahahu. They said, keep him and his brother. Keep him and his brother in suspense. وَإِبْعَثُوا في وَإِبْعَثُوا في مدائن حاشرين. وَإِبْعَثُوا في مدائن حاشرين. Keep him and his brother in suspense, into brackets, for a while, and dispatch to the cities heralds to collect, and dispatch to the cities heralds to collect. Wa ibhathu, dispatch, fil madaini, al madainu balad. Al madainu, yeah, al madain is not balad. For Israel, fi, oh my God. Wa ibhathu fil madainu hashirin. And dispatch to the cities, Medina, capital of is Madain, and dispatch to the cities heralds to collect. Then continue to the next verse. Hashirin. Baktuka bikulli saharin. Baktuka bikulli saharin alayhim. Baktuka, oh sorry, Yaktuka bikulli saharin alimun. And bring up to thee all our sorcerers well versed. All sorcerers well versed. Our is in brackets, without it, it reads. And bring up to thee all sorcerers well versed. Wayatika bikulli saharin, sorcerers. Alimun, well versed. Sahirun is singular. Saharun is plural of sorcerer. Well versed. No note to read. Let's go to sign 38 then. فجمع السحرة لميقات فجمع السحرة لميقات يوم المعلوم. So the sorcerers were got together. So the sorcerers were got together for the appointment of a day. So the sorcerers were got together for the appointment of a day, well known, Maulumin, le mikati yoma mamun, yoma malumin, for the appointment of a day well known. Note 3159. A day well known in italics. then colon. A solemn day of festival. So which day is well known? That's a day of festival. See text. See XX 59, Surah 20, Taha, sign 59. Full stop. The object was to get together as large a concourse of people as possible to see the victory of Pharaoh. But he didn't know it was rather to see his downfall. Full stop. It was confidently expected that the Egyptian sorcerers, with all their organization, would win with their tricks against these amateur Israelites. And so state cults of the worship of Pharaoh would be fastened on the necks of the people more firmly than ever. They didn't know the opposite was going to happen. Okay, and that's note 3159 to sign 38. Let's go to sign 39. فقيل للناس هل أنتم مجتمعون. And the people were told, are ye now assembled? The brackets, now is in brackets without it reads. And the people were told, are ye assembled? Arrogance. Who said it? It should be either Pharaoh or the chiefs. Are you assembled? Are ye assembled? No note to it. Let's go to Psalm 40. That ye may follow the sorcerers if they win. That ye may follow the sorcerers if they win. You see, sorcerers rather calling Moses and Aaron messengers of God sorcerers. Huh? That ye may follow the sorcerers if they win. La alana لأننا نتبع لأننا أتبع السهرة إن كانوا هم غالبين إن كانوا هم غالبين. That ye may follow the sorcerers, that we, not ye, that we, لألنا, that we may follow the sorcerers if they win. No 3160. See the last note. The people are to come and witness the triumph of the state religion, so that they may become the more obedient to Pharaoh and more compliant with the demands of the priests. Full stop. The state religion included magic and the worship of Pharaoh. Okay, let's go to the next sign after note 316 to sign 40. We are now going to sign 41. فلما جاء السحرة قالوا لفرعون. So when the sorcerers arrived, they said to Pharaoh, قالوا لفرعون, أين لنا أجرا إن كنا نحن غالبين. Of course, shall we have a suitable reward if we win? إن كنا al-galibin, if we win, shall we have a suitable reward? The word suitable is in brackets. Without it reads, shall we have a reward if we win? Let's hear Pharaoh's answer. Pharaoh said, Kala, Naam, yes. Wa innakum idhan lamina mukrabina. Pharaoh said, yeah, Naam, and more in brackets. More is in brackets. Yes. Pharaoh said, yeah. Pharaoh said, yeah. For ye shall in that case be raised to post nearest to my prison, nearest to my person. I've been warned again. Yeah, ye and more in brackets, for ye shall in that case be raised to post nearest to my position. We have brackets there. And more is in brackets. Raised to push is in brackets. To my person is in brackets. Let's omit the brackets and see. He said, uh, he said, for ye shall in that case be nearest. He said, for that case, in that case, you shall be nearest. Uh, no note to read. No note to read. But we shall, I don't know if we did 3161. There was such a thing as pure, okay, we didn't do it. No, 3161 to sign 41. There was no such thing as pure loyalty to an exploiting ruler like this Pharaoh. The sorcerers, who were probably also priests, were venal, venal, were venal, and they hoped to establish their own hold on both king and people by the further enrichment of themselves and their order. Of course, if they were to win against uh, Moses and his brother Aaron, they will be elevated to higher position, and that means more goodies for them. Now, let's go to note sign 41. I've been one already. I don't know if we can finish this. Let's try to. If we don't, I'll be cut off abruptly, so do not be surprised, viewers. I'm determined to finish. Sign 43. Kala lahum Musa, Alku ma antum mulkuna. Moses said to them, throw ye that which ye are about to throw. No, 3162. 3162. The euphemism implies a taunt, as if Moses had said, I know about your tricks. You pretend to throw ropes, Hima alone. You pretend to throw ropes and rods and make people believe they are snakes. But now, come on, let's go to the next sign, which is sign 404. فَأَلْقُوا هِبَالَهُمْ, their ropes. فَأَلْقُوا هِبَالَهُمْ وَأَسِيَّهُمْ فَأَلْقُوا هِبَالَهُمْ وَأَسِيَّهُمْ. So they threw their ropes and their rods and said, وَقَالُوا بِإِذْنِ فِرْعَوْنَ إِنَّا لَنَحْنُ الْغَالِبُونَ. Oh my God. And said, by the might of Pharaoh, not by the might of God, and by the might of Pharaoh, by Izzatin, the Izzatin Fir'aun, by the might of Pharaoh, inna lanahnu lagalibina. By the might of Pharaoh, it is we who will certainly win. 3163, note. Though Pharaoh claimed to be God, and so they appealed to his divine power. Though Pharaoh claimed to be God, and they appealed to his divine power, the chiefs and sorcerers under Pharaoh. Let's go to the next sign, which is sign 45. فَأَلْقَى مُوسَى عَصَاهُ فَإِذَا هِيَ تَلْقَفُ ما يَفِيكُمْ فهي تلقف ما يفيكم. Then Moses threw his rod, when, behold, it straightway swallows up all the faults which they fake. Ma ya, ma yafikuna, sorry. Fatalkafu, ma yafikuna. It was an error. Ma yafikuna. The, swallowed up all the falsehoods which they fake. 3164 is the sign. The sorcerer apostrophe, the sorcerer's ropes and rods seem to have become serpents. But the rod of Moses was mightier than all of them and quickly swallowed them up. Full stop. So truth is more powerful than tricks and will expose and destroy them. Let's go to the next sign, which is sign 46 without a note. فألقوا أسارة ساجدين. Hmm? Uh, Then did the sorceress fall down prostrate in adoration. So did the sorceress fall down prostrate in adoration. فألقي أسارة ساجدين. No note. Saying in 47, we are going to find saying, we believe in the Lord of the worlds. Kalu amana birabil alamin. No note. 48, sign 48. Uh, Rabbi Musa wa Harun. Rabbi Musa wa Harun. The Lord of Moses and Aaron. Rabbi Musa wa Harun. The Lord of Moses and Harun. No note. Let's go to Psalm 49 with a note. Psalm 49. Kala amantum lahu kabla an azana. Kala an azana lakum. Pharaoh said, Pharaoh was furious. So said, into brackets, Pharaoh, believe ye in him before I give ye permission. Min kabla an azana lakum. Before I give ye permission. Innahu lakabirukum allazi alamkum asira. Surely he is your leader who has taught you sorcery. Kabirukum leader who has taught you sorcery. Allazi alamakum asira. Falasawfa ya'lamun. But soon shall ye know. Sofa ya'lamun. Pharaoh is now threatening them with punishment, of course. Sofa ya'lamun. But soon shall ye know. 3165. 3165. The sorcerers knew that they had met something very different from their tricks. Full stop. God's power worked on them, and they professed the true God. Full stop. As they represented the intelligence of the community, it may be presumed that they carried the intelligence of Egypt with them, and perhaps some of the commonality, who were impressed by the dramatic sense. Exclamation mark. Hence Pharaoh's anger. But it is the beginning of his decline. Let's go to the next sign, which is sign 4050. No, we haven't finished yet. Be sure I will cut off your hands and your feet on opposite sides, and I will crucify you all. For so for Talamun, after Talamun, you soon shall we know. La ukati anna aidikum wa arjilukum. Be sure I will cut your hands and your legs. Mean halifin on opposite sides. Wala uslibunakum, and hang you. Wala uslibunakum ajma'in. Be sure I shall cut your hands and your feet on opposite side, and I will crucify you all. Jami, you all. Ajma'in. Let's go to the last. No. Let's go to the last. We have two signs left. They said, the magician said, no matter, for us, we shall but return to our Lord. Kalu, Kalu, la deiran. They said, no matter. Kalu, la deira. Inna ila rabbina munkalibun. They said, no matter, for us, we shall but return to our lords. No note to read. Let's go to the last sign, which is 51, with one note. Let's go to English first. Only our desire is that our Lord will forgive us our faults, since we are the first to believe. Inna natma'u أن يغفر لنا ربنا خطيئاتنا أن كنا أولا مؤمنون أن أولا مؤمنين sorry not مؤمنون أن أولا مؤمنين. Only our desire is that our Lord will forgive us our faults since we are the first to believe. أولا مؤمنين. Note 166. No, 316, sorry. This is the core of the lesson enforced in this passage, full stop. What was the reaction of the environment to the light or message of God? Question mark. One, it transformed Moses so that he became a fearless leader, one of the foremost in faith. Two, from men like Pharaoh and his corrupt court, it called forth obstinacy, spite, and all the tricks and snares of evil. But evil was defeated on its own ground. Three, the magicians were touched by the glorious light of God, and they were ready to suffer tortures and death, which Pharaoh could not do anyway. Tortures and death, their sole ambition being to be foremost in Egypt. Their sole ambition eh, in their transformed state. In their transformed state is in brackets. So without it, it reads, in their sole ambition being to be foremost in faith. So now they have accepted faith, they have accepted God, Rabbil Alamin. So their ambition is now to be foremost in faith. So the magicians of Pharaoh have been transformed to believers, leaving Pharaoh in the lurch. Mm. That is the last sign 51 and Isnu 316, which I've just read. We shall end here. When we come back in our next video, God willing, we shall go to section 4 of the same chapter 26 of the Holy Quran. Thank you very much. Bye bye. May God be with you all.